Hi there, my name is Basil and I'm an artist, illustrator, and designer hybrid? Tribid? Well, either way, today I'm going to be walking us through the drawing of my character Belle. This is my first voiceover for a time-lapse art piece, so let me know what you like, what you don't. I've had requests for time-lapse videos before, and I figured I wanted to actually include a voiceover this time just to spice it up and include my perspective of things while you watch me draw. So without further ado, let's get started. So this piece I drew last night, and actually it took way longer than what I wanted to spend time on it with, but honestly in art, I think you are either drawing for meditation or drawing for a project, and sometimes there's overlap, but the overarching purpose or intent of the art piece goes to one or the other in my experience. So this piece was for meditation, and that's why you may see me going back and forth between areas, redrawing a lot of things, lips, eyes, etc., hyper-focusing on one aspect, redoing it, and so on. Essentially, this was made with a doodling mindset and rendering dedication, if that makes sense. There was not really a plan for how I was going to tackle this piece. I just wanted to get immersed in the process and get into that flow state without any desired outcome, just to let loose and relax. And sometimes it can be frustrating even when you're painting or drawing to relax, when you're not getting the results you want, or you don't know when to move on. But I think that's something to work on, that we can all work on emotionally, to give into the process and forgo expectations. It can be very freeing, especially when you have a simpler piece to work with. Like, for example, here it's just a head-on portrait, pretty simple. And with realistic rendering, if you take a few reference photos, you just need to concentrate mainly on the technique instead of the creativity. So just getting the shadows to line up, the shapes. When you're heavily referencing a photo like that, you give up the, need to be creatively genius or new or unique. And that can be pretty freeing to not have to be creative and just give into the technical process of making art. So yeah, I definitely recommend, if you ever find yourself art blocked or not sure of how to spend your time artistically or improve, go and do a few reference studies. Or of your favorite movies, of yourself, of some photos that you've taken. It can be very freeing, and I find, you take two people, they draw the same thing, it's never going to be alike. You will always unintentionally put your own individuality into each piece that you make, and there's something really beautiful about that, in my opinion. And, I'd love to make a voiceover for a strategic piece later. I hope you're inspired by this video, but it may not be the best course of action to try and copy the process and what I'm doing, because it was not time saving at all. If you saw earlier, I think I redrew the base sketch layer 3 times before I was happy with it, even though it was a simpler thing, because I am also stubborn, and when I start something, I don't want to take reference photos, but eventually, I get to that frustration point, and I'm like, oh, let's just take a few reference photos just to not make me go wild in the head. But yeah, so anyways, just a little background on my character. This is Belle. She is a cat girl in an alternate dimension where humans and demons coexist with a lot of tension between them, so she usually wears a hat to conceal her ears. Those are her little hats. And really, this is just a simple piece, and this video is pretty quick. I just wanted to take a stab at recording a voiceover. So thanks so much for joining me. I hope to make a few more of these in the future. Hopefully, yeah. Thanks. Bye, guys. See you later.